Hey guys, this is and welcome back. Now, this technically is going to be the first actual video for 2017, even though the last video was technically, I don't technically count that. But anyway, this is History of Naruto Season 1. Episode 1, but it's not going to be a episode of the TV series. I will do that stuff, but it's just for every new series I do, I'm going to always have to do a character bio before then. So, this is the first video for the History of Naruto segment. Now, since it's the first one and it's the first season, I'm going to do what I always did. Like for both my Digimon and Soul Eater series, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just leave the first set of videos as History of and the TV series and the episode. But when I get into the later seasons, that's when I'll put the season numberings. Anyway, this is History of Naruto Season 1, Episode 1. And now this is a character bio video. So since it's a character bio video, I'm going to try to make it a little short. But the rest of them will have to be maybe about close to 23 minutes or so. And like I said, if this series carries... I also started watching the Power Rangers stuff as well, so while I'm doing this series, if I finish the Power Rangers stuff first season-wise, if I finish it while I'm doing these videos, I'll alternate between which videos I upload. So 1 week it'll be for Naruto, and as I said earlier, it'll be for Power Rangers, VR Troopers, and Big Bad Beetlebugs. I just wanted to get that out of the way one last time there. Now, this is a character bio video, and by character bio, I'm just going to talk about sort of the three characters, about three characters that have relevance to the series. I'm not going to talk about all the characters, because I want to wait to do that for the next video. I just want to talk about the three characters that are on Team 7, which is Naruto's squadron for the Naruto original series. Oh, and just a bit of a disclaimer. I'll give you guys a little heads up. I think I did this earlier once, but I'll just explain it again. The fourth and final season of the original segment is the one that's going to take me the longest. The first three won't take me really long. The first three are like 52 episodes each, so at least the first three seasons won't take me long for episodes and videos wise, but the final one will take me a bit. I just thought I'd get that out of the way. Anyway, now, since this is the Naruto series, I'm going to talk about Naruto first, then Sasuke, and then Sakura. I just figure, since it's the Naruto series, I better get the main character out of the way. Now, Naruto's character, he's a bit different. He's a bit of in the first series, he's a bit of a prankster kind of, because you see... But there's a good reason why he pulls all those pranks. It's basically, it's just to get the attention of the people in his village. Now, the reason why he tries to get their attention by getting in trouble is because whenever they look at him, they always look at him with those ice cold, like, eyes and stuff. And that's mostly, it's because of the 9 tails that's sealed inside of him, because the first episode of the original series, it doesn't show the theme song, it just shows what happens 12 years ago. and then it carries over into what happens in the present timeline. So it's because of the Nine Tails being sealed inside of him by the fourth Hokage. Now I'm just gonna give you my honest opinion, and like I've always said, YouTube is about people's opinions, and this is my opinion. Technically, I don't blame the fourth Hokage in the Naruto anime for what he did. It was the right decision given the circumstances. Because if you have Canadian Netflix like I do, and you have both series on it, you'll understand what I mean. Anyway, the reason why I say it was the right thing to do, because if he hadn't have done it, the Nine Tails would have destroyed the Hidden Leaf Village in the series. So it was a bit of a trade-off. But I don't like what the third Hokage did after the fact. That's what kind of gets me a bit agitated about the series. What I mean by that is after the fact, after the fourth Hokage locked the Nine Tails chakra inside of Naruto, the third Hokage basically passed the decree which stated that no one could even speak about the fox spirit's existence inside of him, and that's what kind of made his life a bit miserable. But that's my opinion, and like I said before, YouTube is about people's opinions, and that's mine. I just figured I'd mention that since I was talking about Naruto's character first. Now, up until later on in the very first episode, because you see, at the beginning of the very first episode, it showed the Nine Tails attacking the Hidden Leaf Village. I'm just going to mention this, and then the rest of the episode takes place 12 years after that event. And he's basically, like I said, he's basically a rambunctious prankster, but he pulls the pranks mainly to get people's attention. And until later on in the first episode of the original series, he doesn't know about the fox spirit's existence inside of him, but it's mostly because of that decree. Now, I just wanted to get that out of the way one last time. And that's gonna... And he also, unlike the rest of the children of his village, he doesn't have any parents at all. But that is sort of connected with the sequel series, so I don't want to give too much away about that quite yet. I want to save that for the sequel segment. So I just thought I'd get that out of the way. And because of the decree being passed, and because of the villagers always looking at him with those ice-cold eyes, he had to pull pranks in order to get their attention. And which kind of makes sense because, well, anyway, but he does have his moments in both this season of the series and the sequel and the original second season, where the Nine Tails chakra is released from him. Technically, I should mention this very quickly though, it does happen only twice in the first season. I'm just going to tell you the episode numbers. I'm not going to tell you the episode names because I don't want to give anything away. It happens twice in the first season. In episodes 16, well, technically twice, but it happens in 3 episodes. I say 3 episodes because it happens at the end of 16, the beginning of 17, and once again in episode 29. So technically it's 3 episodes, but it only happens twice, systematically wise for the series. Anyway. Oh, and now that I mentioned the 29th episode, the 29th episode does actually have a bit of importance. other than the fact that it's the second time the Nine-Tailed Chakra is released from Naruto. It shows that he's growing a bit, like he's not afraid to back down. I'm gonna explain about that when I get to that episode. Anyway, and technically, the only reason he doesn't know about the fox spirit's existence inside of him, the only reason he pulled those pranks, like I said, is to get noticed. But it's mostly because of the decree that was passed. Because the decree stated that no one could tell him about the fox spirit's existence inside of him. And that, in my honest opinion, it hurt him more than it helped him. I'll explain more about that later when I get into the actual episodes. Anyway, that's, like I said, that's going to end it for Naruto's character, because I didn't want to get too much mention too much at once. Oh, great. Now I have to talk. Okay, I'm going to talk about Sakura's character first, then I'm going to get into Sasuke's. I just want to save Sasuke's character for last, because of the fact that, well, he's my least favorite character in the Naruto anime series, to be quite honest. But there's a good reason for that. There's a bit of a good reason for that why he is, and I'll explain that at a later point in time. So now I'm going to talk about Sakura's character. Oh my god, I'm sorry guys, but this is going to sound kind of stupid, but in the first, like in the original series, it's more like it's in a, basically a bit of a love triangle, because Naruto has a crush on Sakura, who has a huge crush on Sasuke, so it's more of a love triangle kind of thing. And because I say triangle because they both think Naruto's annoying and stuff. Anyway, and Sakura also has a rivalry with another female ninja in the Hidden Leaf Ninja Academy for Sasuke's affections. Her name is Ino. Now, she's my least favorite female character, Ino, for the anime, but I have a good reason for that. I won't explain about it until I get into probably the first video I do for the first actual episode of the series. I just wanted to mention that very quickly. And now I'm going to get into, oh great, now I have to talk about him. Now I have to talk about Sasuke. I'm sorry if it seems like I'm a little agitated about this, but he's my least favorite character, at least male-wise on Naruto Squad. He's my least favorite. Now the reason why, it's connected with the sequel segment, but I'll just make a small reference. I'll just let you know, the reason why I don't like him is because it's connected with the sequel segment, so I don't want to give too much away about the sequel segment just yet. But he has a reason for wanting to become a Genin, and he wants to become stronger. It's basically to get revenge on his older brother, but I won't mention about that until later in Season 2. I'll explain more about that why when I get to Season 2 set of videos. Now, that's probably going to do it for this video, guys. And until sometime later this week, this is going to be my sign-off for this series. Believe it.